right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session here today. I am just going to give everybody a few minutes to hop onto the Zoom as I welcome each and every person watching on social media today. You want to go ahead and tell your friends, your family, and everybody that we are live. And today we're going to be talking about the ins and out of new construction real estate. I'm going to cover 9 pitfalls, 9 things you must avoid if you want to be profitable when you're purchasing new construction homes. Hi, Mr. Rook, you're welcome. Guys, I have one of my longtime friends joining live from New York City. Mr. Arturo Rook, I want to welcome you to another session. Well, I think it's your first live, but you've been seeing me online, especially TikTok.
Yes,
I
yes.
welcome you today.
You can hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, I
I
soon
can,
get it.
I
I
can.
soon I soon go numb now.
I hear you very, very well. Very, very well. Um, Go ahead, if you're watching us on social media, I want you to like and subscribe to whatever platform you are watching me on. Go ahead, like and subscribe to that platform because we bring these types of programs to you every month, the last Saturday of every month, absolutely free. We teach on various topics concerning business and real estate. So if you are interested in growing and learning, this is an excellent platform for you to subscribe to. So go ahead and share. I'll give you a few more minutes. I see Emmanuel here from our team. Let me know if we're good on all the platforms we are live on. I believe we're on YouTube, Facebook, and I even tried to do Instagram, Platinum Key Instagram. And we're on LinkedIn. So let me know how it is and if everyone can see and hear me. I have a power-packed presentation for you today. Even me, myself, I am so excited when I was putting together this program because I'm passionate about real estate, especially new construction real estate. I have a sincere passion for it. And I'm praying and hoping and believing that as I share this information today, somebody will grab something that you can use when you're buying new construction real estate. All right, so we're going to give a few more minutes as we get started today. I want to welcome everyone watching me on Zoom. Listen, guys, if you did not register for this program at platinumkeyevents.com, you are not getting the free ebook. Let me hold it up for you. So let me see if we, let me try to share because it's not showing because I'm having my Platinum Key logo in my background, but let me see if I can get the book going for you so you can see this awesome book that you get for free when you register. And of course, if you register, that's the only way that you can ask a question. So if you're not registered and you're not on Zoom, you won't be able to ask a question per se, right? You won't be able to ask a question. So I would go ahead and register at platinumkeyevents.com. Register at platinumkeyevents.com, and then you will be able to ask questions and you'll get the free ebook. All right. Let me see if I can find this for you. I can't find it really quick, but hopefully, let me see. We're not live on New Day. All right, let me check. It's showing me live. We are live on New Day. It's showing me that we are live. I didn't get an error. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to try to pull up the ebook later on. Emmanuel, if you have the link for the flip book for the new construction, go ahead and text it to me on WhatsApp so that I can show these lovely people. Let me open up my WhatsApp here on my computer. How is everyone doing today? I see all my participants went rogue. Everybody just went ahead and turned their cameras off. Okay, no, I see one person. Hi, how you doing? I see our staff supervisor there hanging out, being brave and showing up live her beautiful face here on Zoom. You are welcome. And then also, Emmanuel, maybe you can share the link to YouTube in our Platinum Key WhatsApp chat so that everybody can go ahead and like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. All right, guys, so it's now 6:10, 10 minutes after 6. I'm going to get right into the program. And let's see if we got, okay, we got the book here. So let's go ahead and open it up. And then I will share my screen so you can see. So if you are not registered, listen, you want to register, okay? All right, so here is the book. This is the property management book. Let's do the New Homes Made Easy, step by step, the one they get free when they register for this month's event. The next one. All right. So while Emmanuel is working that out, let's go ahead and bring up our presentation today. And let's get started because we are going to talk about new construction. And I know you're going to learn a whole lot today about how to buy, how to invest in real estate. So the title of our webinar today is New Construction Real Estate Unveiled. Avoid 9 costly pitfalls and maximize your profits. So today I will be your presenter. My name is Nikki, and I am happy to be here with you. So not only are we going to cover the 9 common pitfalls to avoid, we're going to talk about how you can ensure that this transaction you are about to do is profitable. You want to make sure that it is profitable, whether you're buying it as your primary home or you're buying it as an investor. Now, you may say to me that, like, if you're buying a property as a homeowner, why do I need to make sure that it is profitable? Who wants to buy their home and by the time you move in, the value tanked? When you're ready to transition from that home to another home, you can't sell your home because you didn't make sure you did your due diligence, and now your home is not valued enough that you can sell it to move. All right? For everyone watching, if someone is watching and you don't know me, my name is Nikki. I'm the broker for Platinum Key Realty and the Chief Executive Officer at New Day Business Solutions. What I do, my life statement is moving you from where you are right now to where you want to be. I do that in 2 ways, either through business or through real estate. So that's me, and that's what I do. I have over 20 plus years experience in the real estate industry, and today you're getting my knowledge for free. So make sure you give me thumbs up, make sure you comment something nice, and make sure you share and you give somebody the information that needs it. Me, myself, personally, I've bought over 38 pieces of real estate, which includes condos, townhomes, single family homes, and even vacant land. And currently, my partner and I were building my first multifamily property. Woo, 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 woo. So we are constructing from scratch a 5-unit short-term rental multifamily building. It's the first one we have ever done building it from scratch. And I'm super excited and grateful for that opportunity to get that going. Now, these webinars are free every single month, the last Saturday of the month at 6 p.m. The website to register is always the same, platinumkeyevents.com. And you can watch the previous ones on our YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube at Platinum Key Realty and you'll be able to find our channel there. And last month we spoke about how to manage your real estate investment on your own. So if you own property and you wanted to learn how to do property management, that training was for you. You can go to YouTube and you can watch it. Our upcoming program next month, in the month of May, we're going to be talking about how to host a successful launch party. Now, if you have an idea, a product, or a business, I am going to show you how to do that successfully. And you can find all these webinars on YouTube. So go ahead, go to YouTube, Platinum Key Realty, and remember to like and subscribe. Now I'm getting into the Zoom rules now. Remember, if your background is noisy, you want to go ahead and just mute yourself. Try to be on camera as much as you can, and feel free to take screenshots because I'm covering a lot of information. Now I'm going to say this one more time. If you are not registered for this event, you want to go to platinumkeyevents.com so you can get the Zoom link. So you can be on Zoom with me. You'll have access to me to ask questions. And also, you'll be able to get the ebook on new construction real estate. All right, so let's get into it. Now, what's the current advantage? Let me just relax a little bit, put my leg up so we can have a chat tonight. The current advantage of buying new construction property. Where is the advantage? Now, we see these homes in my background. These are not new construction homes. So we're trying to figure out what's the benefit, what's the point. So right now, inventory is low all across the board. And the shortage of homes boosts the new construction market. So anytime there's a shortage of homes, the new construction market is boosted. Then we have a strong appeal for modern features. You know, people like things that are new. They want the new countertops, the new cabinets, the new flooring, the new design. Who doesn't like something new? So if you're going to buy a house, sometimes there are people that likes that new feel. Then they want energy efficient designs and appliances. How can I reduce my heating costs? How can I reduce all these costs that are associated with my property? How can I make it more cost effective? Then when we talk about smart technology, they want the Ring doorbells, the automatic lots. Like my home, I can control everything from my phone, from my garage, my front door, the lights, the fans, the washer and dryer, the ACs, all sorts of stuff. So they want those smart home technology features. And then who doesn't like to customize the layout? Okay? Have a little tweak here or there to have the home be personalized to you. Then the next advantage is the mortgage interest rate. Right now, compared to where the rates were a few years ago, the current interest rates would be considered high. But I want to tell you, one of the first properties that I bought in Florida, I paid almost 10% interest rates, almost a 10% interest rates. So I would say interest rates are still low right now. But if you're used to the 3 and the 4 and the 5%, you're going to say interest rates are high. So what builders are doing right now, they're buying the rates down. They're buying the interest rates down for you. So these are the advantages of buying new construction. Then you talk about the incentives. Where can you go right now where a seller that is under so much pressure, a regular seller that's under so much pressure and they want to sell their home is willing to pay your closing costs? It's very rare. It's very rare, especially if they have the solar, they have all these types of things. They want to move, they have their family. How can they afford to pay all your closing costs? But guess what? A new home builder can, because they have deep pockets. So these are the advantages. Now, I want to look at the 9 things that I'm going to cover in detail that you should avoid if you're going to buy new construction real estate. Number 1 is paying too much for real estate. You don't want to pay too much. Failing to distinguish between standard features and upgrades, right? Not negotiating for additional benefits. Assuming the builder's representative is on your side. Guys, I'm going to get so much deeper into these topics. Not checking the reputation of your builder. Overlooking the importance of reviewing your sales agreements. Sign, 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 sign. Skipping the walkthroughs and not hiring an independent home inspector. Choosing a bad location. And then number 9, ignoring the details of closing costs and warranties. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, paying too much for real estate. Paying too much for real estate. Let me get this light a little bit out of my face so I can read. Now, overpaying for property can significantly reduce your return on investment and put unnecessary strain on your budget. Developers often price new construction homes above market value due to added appeal, but smart buyers rely on market analysis and comparable sales data to ensure they are paying a fair price. Now, guys, we know how new construction work. I know how they work. What usually happens is the builder tries to boost the price of the home based off the demand. So they'll say like every 5 properties sold, they'll increase X amount of dollars, etc., etc. You want to make sure that whatever you're paying for the home, you are not overpaying, especially if you're going to build something and you're going to wait a while for that home to exist because market conditions change, right? Market conditions can change. Like I remember I had one buyer. They bought at a certain time. By the time the home was ready, what the house was priced on the contract was valued less. So we had to work it out. We had to figure it out. Now here's the tip. Conduct a thorough research and considering hiring a local real estate expert to help negotiate fair pricing, right? You want to make sure you're paying attention to the price. You know that new things cost a lot, but you also want to make sure you're not overpaying for your property. Now, number two, failing to distinguish between standard features and upgrades. Think about walking into the model home. Everything is beautiful. Oh, look at me now. Wow. Everything is beautiful. Everything is gorgeous. All the furniture, all the fixtures, all the things that are on the tables, everything is so beautiful. And you just run into the sales office. I want one. I want one. But you did not stop to realize that there are some features that are standard, and then there are some features that are upgrades. So when you get into that model home and you're talking to that rep, you want to make sure you're asking them, please point out to me what comes standard and what is an upgrade. So you'll have a great idea as to, how much more you would have to pay or if these things are included. Now, different things like upgraded kitchens, watch out for that. Premium package landscaping, flooring, these types of things are upgrades. Sometimes tubs and showers, sometimes having more than one sinks in the bathrooms are upgrades. So watch out. Definitely countertops can be upgrades. Definitely the texture of the walls and the ceilings can also be upgrades. The tip here is to request a detailed list of what's standard versus optional and carefully review pricing for upgrades. All right, let's go on to the next. Whoops, we went a little bit too far. All right, so our number 3 point is not negotiating for additional benefits. Have you ever heard that everything is negotiable? Have you ever heard that? Everything is negotiable. Well, it is. Who says when you walk into a new construction community, you can't negotiate? You can negotiate price, terms, down payment, what's included. All these types of things are negotiable. So don't walk into a builder thinking that you cannot negotiate, right? The tip here is leverage your position as a buyer and don't hesitate to ask for perks. It could save you thousands. Like when I bring one of my customers and it's time to negotiate, my famous line is that all that's included? What else can you get? How about the blinds? How about the washer and dryer? How about the refrigerator? How about the garage door opener? How about these things? What else can you do for my people? Hook us up. So everything is negotiable. Make sure you're negotiating and make sure you're getting all the benefits. All right. So number 4 is assuming the builder's representative is on your side. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. You're making a big mistake if you think these people are your friends. They're not even your friends. They work for the builder and it's their job to sell the home from the perspective of the seller. They're not working for you. They're working for the builder. The builder sales representatives are trained to maximize profits for the developer, not to advocate for buyers. While they may appear friendly and helpful, their primary goal is to sell the property under favorable terms for the builder. Hello. Here's the tip. Hire your own real estate agent who can represent your interests exclusively and help you navigate the process. Just hire your own person where that person is working in your interest. Okay? Let's see the next one. Number 5. Number 5 says not checking the reputation of the builder. I gotta sit up for this. I can't relax anymore. I gotta sit up for this. Let me sit up. Listen, guys, you have to know who are all the builders and what is their reputation, what they bring to the table. What's the difference between a Taylor Morrison and a Park Square home? What's the difference? Okay? If you want to go a little upscale, you want to see like a Toll Brothers home and what are their finishings and what is the results? Okay? Then there's some builders that I'm not going to mention their name on this live. You want to understand the reputation, where they're coming from, and even if they are improving. So they may have that lower price home, but you know, how is the foundation? How is the structure? What's the reputation? What are the materials that they use to build this property? Why is it so cheap? Right? You got to get into all of that. You don't just see a home, oh my God, it's so nicely priced, and just jump at it. Who is the builder? What are the materials? Get into it. Get into it. The tip says talk to previous buyers and consult online reviews to verify the builder's track record. So you got to dig into that a little bit. Or if you have a real estate person that has been doing this for a while, they will know the different builders and the reputation of the builder, so they can advise you to the best of their ability. Now, number 6 is overlooking the importance of reviewing your sales contract. Now, most of the things in the contract is standard. I get it. But you got to have like a list of questions like, my down payment, when is it due? If I don't pay it on time, what happens? How do I get out of this contract? How long do I have to be qualified for the mortgage? You want to have some things that you need to know just in case you need an out. So make sure you're reviewing the contract. Make sure you have your questions thoroughly thought out, that if you don't have the time to read through everything, you at least have your questions so that you can be shown line for line. Okay, in paragraph 6, section 2, this says what? Then if you're able to, you can also let your attorney review your paperwork. So if you have something like a legal shield, that's a good program to have, where you can have them review your contract. All right. Now, here's a tip. Always have a trusted real estate attorney review the contract before signing to ensure your rights are protected. So if you're not feeling good, if the answers you're getting is not really helping you, you know that feeling, you want to make sure you have an attorney look over your contract, or you want to have your questions so that you can be shown exactly in the verbiage what is what. All right, sorry guys. I have people calling. Let me tell them I'll call them right back. Did I lose my presentation? Where are you? All right, here you are. Here you are. Here you are. All right, so that was number 6. Now, number 7. This one is so important. If you're watching me and you know you want a new house, you want to listen to number 7. It says skipping walkthroughs and not hiring an independent home inspector, right? Even brand new homes can have issues like faulty wiring, plumbing leaks, poor craftsmanship. Relying solely on the builder's assurance can result in overlooking these problems before moving. Guys, I have been doing this for a long time and I've seen it. Don't just say you are not qualified, so you're not going to go. Go. If you see something looking funny, ask a question. Why is this here? Why is that hanging? What is this? And then there's going to come a time when you can hire your independent home inspector to come in and inspect. Now, it's going to be a cost that you pay for, and the builder is going to put you through a little hoops. They're going to have some kind of insurance, and they're going to have their licenses. But if you're working with a reputable home inspector, they're going to have all of these things. So they'll be able to provide it to the builder, and then they can come in and they can do a thorough inspection before closing, and you can have that punch list for things for them to fix. You want to make sure you take a picture of this and remember it. Attend all the walkthroughs, ask a lot of questions, and then make sure you have that independent home inspector. Conduct multiple walkthroughs. This is the tip, at different stages of construction, and hire an independent inspector for a professional assessment. Okay. Now, number 8, everybody knows in real estate, location, 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 right? The location of a new construction property directly impacts its value and long-term investment potential. Poorly chosen locations may lack infrastructure, proximity to amenities, or favorable resale potential. Listen, guys, when builders are building out a community, what they do is they don't start with the best lot choices. They don't start with it because they start at a lower price and they go up. They leave the better lot choices for the last. That is why they release the communities in sections. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So you have to know what is your end goal. So when you're looking around in different communities, you want to make sure you're not just buying under pressure or stress, especially if the community is still being built out. You want to see, where is your home located? What is it close to? Is it close to the amenities? Is it close to like an area that's reserved for nature? All these types of things. So not only location, meaning what exactly is this community close to? Is it close to shops, schools, entertainment, grocery stores, etc., highways? But inside the community itself, what is the lot that you're buying close to? And how does that affect the value? So the tip here is investigate the surrounding areas, the future development, the schools, the job markets, to ensure the location aligns with your goals. So you want to ask, what's coming to this area? Okay, how far is it from here? How far is it from there? Etc. You want to make sure that that location, especially if you have to commute to work, especially if you're buying it for an investment, especially if you're buying it for a second home, what is it close to? One of the questions I get all the time, how far is this home from Disney? For those of the people that love to buy in Florida, how far is this property away from Disney? All right. So we're at number 9 and we're right on time. Ignoring the details of the closing costs and warranties. Ignoring the details. Guys, I want to stress this one very, very well. I see it all the time. You will see the advertisement for closing costs. They'll pay X amount to the closing costs. But then if you don't check your closing cost statements, they will eat the closing costs with fees, especially if they're the ones doing the loan, right? They're the ones doing the loan, so they'll charge points and origination fees to eat away. If they're saying they're giving you $10,000, $6,000, when in points you're only really getting 4,000. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your closing costs. You want to dig into it. What's this? And everything is negotiable. Everything is negotiable. Don't let somebody tell you that you can't get a reduced price. You're charging me this amount of points. Can it be reduced? My closing cost is too high. Then you want to make sure for your warranties. What does my warranty include? Make sure you understand it. Most new properties, they're covered bumper to bumper for the first year. But the landscape, the grass, the trees, only 30 days. Only 30 days. So if your grass is dying, if that tree there planted died and you did not report it in the 30-day window, too bad, baby. You have to replace it on your own. So make sure you understand every single in and out of the warranty, every single in and out of the closing costs. Very, very important. The tip here, request a clear breakdown of closing costs up front and thoroughly understand the terms of your home warranty. All right, guys, so those are the 9 things you must avoid. Now I'm going into my reflections. Hang with me, hang with me. I'm going to tell you what I think. For the 3 types of people that I'm talking to today, I'm talking to you if you are a home buyer, you're looking to buy a new construction to live there. If you want to invest in new construction, I'm talking to you. And if you are an international buyer, that means you don't live in the US, but you want to buy property here. All right, so these are my reflections for home buyers. Your ideal home is here. Newly built homes have many advantages, from designs, energy saving options, making the space your own. With reduced maintenance concerns, your new residence provides an ideal environment for creating lasting memories. Now, here's the downside, and here's what I want you to think about. Buying a new home may include a smaller lot. People don't think about it, especially my island people, that I want some land because I want to plant my peas. I want to plant my corn, right? So a new home may include a smaller lot size. Not saying that if you want to find a lot that's big enough to accommodate what you expect, but if you want a very large lot, most times it's not available in a standard home setting. You can find large lots, but those are in other categories. But we're talking about like a standard single family home. All right. Then you want to think about, if you want to go new, and depending on what you want to buy, you may have to buy that property on the outskirts of the city. And then you may have to commute to work if you have to go to work every day. Or if you're super, super blessed, you just work from home and then it doesn't matter. So you have to think about that, the commute. Then finding the affordability, finding the design. Like I had one lady, she needed a huge house because she wanted to move her parents in. So she needed to have a double master, where master downstairs, master upstairs, to accommodate her family. Now, for what she wanted to pay, she definitely had to buy on the outskirts of the city. So anywhere from 30, 45 minutes to over an hour away from the city itself, so she could get exactly what she's looking for. All right. Ultimately, we can work together in every situation to find and determine the choices that will suit exactly what you need. All right. We're always here to assist you. Then here's my reflection for you, the investor. New construction provides strong rental attractiveness. It reduces maintenance expenses and contemporary features that draw in tenants, right? Just saying that new construction homes are fancy, they're nice. Anybody wanting to rent a house is going to be drawn to a brand new house, to a brand new house. Thoughtful investments in growing markets can lead to considerable appreciation while reducing long-term risk. Now, this is what I want you to think about as an investor. There's two things. You want to consider the opportunity of pre-construction. That means when you get to the community, it's mostly just land and the infrastructure, the roads, the sewer. There's not a lot of properties there. Okay. So you have scenarios like that where at that time you are taking a risk, but it is the most opportune moment if you're trying to have equity in that house when you close. But here's the sticker. You want to make sure if you're going to rent that property now, that you're buying in a correct timing where the place is not too rural, but the place has not been developed so much. So there is a timing right in there, because if you now close on the house, there's actually people that will pay the rent for your house. So that's a timing issue. You got to time it rightly. I'll say that again. I'll say it again. You can take a screenshot of the slide. Timing your investment when the area is still somewhat underdeveloped, but not completely, so can offer you the advantages of both scenario, equity and cash flow. So that timing when the area is not too underdeveloped and not too developed is a great space to buy the property if you want equity and you want cash flow, meaning that someone will be living in this area that can pay the rent for your property. All right. So that's for my investor. Now, for my international people, for my people that do not live in the United States, owning a second home is a contemporary, I can't even speak today, development offers a modern and secure escape while positioning you for future opportunities. Of course, everybody wants to have a second home in a luxurious place like Florida with the palm trees and everything beautiful. But for my international people that wants to know more about investing in real estate, what does it take to invest in real estate so you can be a permanent residency? So at the time of this video, this is in effect. Here it goes. The EB-5 visa program enables international investors to secure U.S. permanent residency by making a qualifying investment in a new commercial venture that generates a minimum of 10 full-time jobs for American workers. So if you're watching me and you want the Google Doc, I think I have a Google Doc on this. Let me see if this will allow me to get to it. Let's see if it goes there. Okay, beautiful. It does. Hopefully you guys can see my screen real good. So I'm not going to read through all of it, but if you want a copy of this document, you can have it. Just indicate somewhere in the comments if you're watching live, or if you're on the Zoom, go ahead and comment in the chat. I'll be happy to send it to you. It just goes over some of the bullet points to consider if you want the EB5 visa program through purchasing real estate. Now, remember, guys, I'm not an attorney. I don't practice law. I'm just telling you what's available. It's your job now to go and flesh it out. All right, go call the attorney, get some details, and figure out how this. So the framework is there for you to have an idea. So then you go ahead and put it together. It is possible. Now, guess what I have for you? For all my people watching and here on Zoom, we have an exclusive offer. 30% off on all our digital products. All our digital products. We are giving you 30%. Now, this 30% is only for 24 hours. 24 hours from you watching this video, this live, and that's it. So once you get to the website, you want to take a screenshot of this. The coupon code is NEWCON25. NEWCON 25 to get 30% of all our digital products. So the first product I'm going to share with you is the product on newdaybundle.com. So when you get there, you'll be able to use your coupon code NEWCON2025 and get your 30% off. So in this bundle, if you want to fix your personal credit, and you believe you can do it on your own, I have the personal credit guide that I have used personally for me and for my customers to help us get our credit together. Especially if you're an investor or a business owner, your personal credit needs to be on point. So you can get that book at newdaybundle.com coupled with your 30% off. Then also, you'll be able to get the investor's blueprint. So that book goes over the correct way to start, create, form your LLC, what you need to do, and then how to structure it for funding, and where are the actual companies and what do they require for you to go and get funding. So the book is very, very intricate. It's almost 200 pages. This book that goes over business credit and business funding, how to create your LLC and how to get funding. You want to go to the website, you want to get it. It took a lot of effort for me to do the research, to create these bundles and to put the information. As of the time I created the book, which is a month or so ago, all the information was relevant and correct. Everything was verified. All the companies that you need to go to be able to get credit for your business, how to structure the company, how to create it so that you can get the funding once it's created and established, how to go about getting credit for that LLC. So you can do things like buy real estate. So you can do things like fund your business. So those, go to newdaybundle.com and you'll be able to get 30% off, either if you're buying the credit book by itself or the blueprint book by itself, or if you're buying the combo of $159.97, you'll be able to get 30% off. So the next bundle I have, I really love this book. You can get it at nikkibalogun.com. The spelling is there. I won't confuse you with all of it. But this is one of my flagship books telling you how to be a real estate pro. So if you are a beginner real estate person, you have an interest and you have no idea where to start, this book is for you. It is a guide to take you from where you are right now to where you want to be as a real estate investor. And I have coupled it for free with video tutorials about creating an LLC, getting funding for that LLC, then how to use the LLC to buy real estate. So listen, this is one of a kind deal. When I started in real estate, I wish I had something like this to tell me how to start, how to think, what are the questions that I need to be asking myself before I even start. And then once I get into it, how can I create an entity to be able to use that entity to buy real estate? It's a no-brainer. And guess what, guys? The bundle is only $29.97, $29.97. And yes, you can get 30% off by using the coupon code NEWCON25. Okay? There you go. NikkiBalogun.com. There you go. Now, lastly, before we sign off today, I want to tell you how to access the masterclass with Nikki. I am so excited because I had over 86 people today show some significant interest in our Facebook group, Mindset Equal Money. If you're not clapping for me, I'm clapping for myself. That is exciting and awesome. So guys, go to Facebook, look for Mindset Equals Money and join the group so you can get access to Masterclass with Nikki. This has been in progress since last year, October, and finally it's being launched. It's being launched next week. Wednesday is our first training. Now, this training will not be streamed live on any social media platform. You can't get it anywhere. You have to be in the Facebook group. And then in the Facebook group, we have a private webinar platform. It will not be Zoom, a private webinar platform where I am going to teach you, break it down, go toe to toe, get into it, how to do these things. So this is going to be like a 6-week cycle. And I have all the things we're going to teach on every single week. After 6 weeks, I'm definitely going to take a break. Then I'll come back with some fresh things. But week 1, next week, Wednesday, we are talking about creating a digital product, an ebook. You saw all my ebooks. I am going to let you into the secret. There will be no gatekeeping. How to create your own ebook. We're going to do some examples together, and I'm going to break it down for you. So if you know you need an ebook to kickstart your business or to talk about something God has placed in your heart, get in the Facebook group and sign up for that training so you can learn how to do your ebook. Then week 2, we're going to talk about recruiting and managing virtual assistants. If you want to grow and scale your business, you need help. You can't do these things on your own. You need people. You see, right now I have Emmanuel. He may be a virtual assistant, but he's very handy to me. I need help. He does all these graphics, all these types of stuff that you see, all these videos and reels. So he's a part of the family, even though he does not live in this country. He doesn't live in the US. So how do you recruit and how do you manage virtual assistants? Then number 3, leveraging AI for social media marketing. How am I making all those captions and things that I do with AI? Guys, all these things that you see here, Mindset Equal Money, is AI. All my graphic for the masterclass is AI. How my PowerPoints, I use AI to assist me. Leveraging AI for social media marketing. I hope you're writing it down. Week 4, we're going to get into registering your business in the United States, any state, anywhere you live. What do? How do you register your business? Number 5, designing eye-catching reels, viral reels and flyers and graphics. Guess what? You guys are going to get to meet Emmanuel. the man behind all these wonderful graphics and flyers. I'm going to bring Emmanuel on, and you're going to get to see him only if you're part of the Facebook group and you registered for the class. And then week 6, we're going to get into mastering real estate investing, all the techniques that are in the book. We're going to dive deep and we're going to turn you from a beginner real estate investor into a pro. So if you're watching me, go ahead, find the group online somewhere. If you need the link, holler at us, inbox us, DM us, whatever. Just get the link, get into the group so that you can have access to these wonderful things. So as we round up today, here's our contact information. So if you currently are an investor and you don't want to manage your property by yourself, we do have our property management department here at Platinum Key Realty. You want to call Isa. The phone number is there, 407-339-2937. Isa at platinumkeyrealtyinc.com. Then if you have questions about real estate sales, whether you're buying or selling, credit, doing your LLC, you want to contact me. My office line is 229-416-2744, or drop me an email, info@platinumkeyinc.com, right? Then we are acknowledging our marketing expert here at Platinum Key Realty, Mr. Emmanuel Adeyeyi. We give a big hand clap to him, and we have our staff supervisor here on the live, Mrs. Harriet Jervis. If you are a New Day Business Solution Facebook page, you see the Harriet. You see the Harriet. This is the lady who has invented the Harriet. Every day she gives us nuggets that we hang on to. Guys, we can't survive without her. She's a godsend, motivating us in the background and keeping us in line. Keeping us in line. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for spending your Saturday evening with me and my team here at Platinum Key Realty. I want to thank everybody that registered and is here with me on Zoom. And I want to appreciate each and every one of you watching me live. Everybody commenting, liking, sharing. Come on, guys, subscribe. And I will see you next month, or I'll see you next week if you are in my Facebook group. So that's it for us tonight. You guys enjoy yourselves, and I will see you very soon. All right.